It's simply Bitcoin. We break down the news from Twitter, the daily fail, the meme review, software releases, and the websites by Plebs or Plebs. Drop us a like, subscribe. You know where we're going. It's number time. Let's do it. All right. At the time of this recording, the block height is 686,865. The Bitcoin price, 33,560. Chain rewrite day, 729. Total lightning capacity. It's a new all-time high on that one. Total public lightning capacity, 1,468.12 BTC. Bitcoin versus gold market cap, 5.11%. Sats per dollar, 2,980. Blah.
Blah.
It's okay. We're stacking them, but it's,
We're just channeling, bro.
Yeah, we are just channeling. Watching that chart is gross.
I know, dude. It's just boring. But cheaper sats. That's always
exactly.
good news. The lower the fiat price, the better the stacking. But bro, remember? I know this was a long time ago. Remember the good old days where $100 used to be able to buy you a million satoshis?
Yep, I do. And
dude,
and I remember thinking when I was making those purchases, that sucks.
I know, right?
I remember thinking that. I remember sitting there going, "Oh, that sucks," because I remember being able to get more once upon a time.
It's like that was so little, So, oh my god. But yeah, bro, that, dude. I have those memories when I think of these days. But anyways, Phil, it's time for it.
The daily fail. Okay, so our daily fail isn't Nico, my partner in crime here, but somebody who responded to him. So let's see. Let's see what happened here at the Bitcoin 2021 conference. Let's make them blush.
So not only do I think Bitcoin toxicity is important, I think it's absolutely necessary. And if you're against Bitcoin toxicity, you're against Bitcoin. And if you're against Bitcoin, you're against freedom. Period.
Okay. That was awesome. I totally love that. And a lot of people did in the crowd as well. But there was one shitcoiner. Angry little hobbit who didn't like it. Here we go. Let's see what Erik had to say about this, because he came on right after you. And good for him, right? No shame. Here we go.
So before we begin, did I hear someone in that prior panel say, if you're against toxic maximalism, you're against Bitcoin and you're against freedom? Yeah, that's some bullshit.
That's exactly what I said.
That's exactly.
All right, we got him warmed up.
Oh,
okay,
I would say that too
if
I sold a bunch of shit coins.
Now, that's interesting, right? That's interesting. He's got the markings, right? Does shitcoin exchange, makes money off of people, dumping bags of nothing, vaporware, right? Got the blue check. Well, what does he have to say? Maximalists see only, and this is June 17th, 2020, by the way. The view hasn't changed. Maximalists see only Bitcoin and shitcoin. True, because that's what it is. In reality, there are 4 categories. No, there aren't. Bitcoin, Ethereum, yeah, you're going to give it its own fucking category, which should be Circus Sideshow. Other valuable coins and shitcoins. So obviously he admits that there's some level below what he has determined is a shitcoin, but really all of it is vaporware shitcoins. So it's ridiculous. And I just thought that it was absolutely, you know what? Don't get me wrong. To me, it means you kind of got under his skin a little. He doesn't like that. He gets really pissed off about the maximalists. So I thought that was pretty funny. Anyways.
Dude, yeah, man. It's so funny. And a bunch of people started to say fuck Erik Voorhees on Twitter. It's hilarious. But yeah, man. I mean, look, dude, it was funny too, because the original video was from a shitcoiner who was sour, who retweeted it, got a bunch of likes. It got 2,000 shitcoiners all completely pissed off. But yeah, man, you know what they say, bro? If you're over the target, you're saying the right things. You're saying the truth.
Man, we even had people dumping on us on our Twitter for that,
Dude. But all I have to say to them, dude, is have fun staying poor. You know, because it doesn't matter. Honey Badger doesn't care. But
exactly.
But yeah, man, dude. Great fail, but I'm super blushed and I kind of don't know what to say. But anyways, Phil.
It was great. You did amazing.
Thanks, bro.
That was good.
But anyways, Phil, it's time for
the Daily Meme Review.
All right, everybody. The meme for today is brought to us by Weinicus. Definitely a fellow plebe. Let's check it out. No capital gains tax for Bitcoin, you say? Homer Simpson's like the OG meme. Comes out with the llama and a flag from El Salvador. Man, that is freaking hilarious. Weinicus, what a great meme. And because it was a great meme, I'm going to give you my receipt from Chipotle today.
Nice.
What about you, Phil?
Nice. Big fan of Chipotle. Not a fan of having to change underwear so quick after eating Chipotle. Anyways, that being said, I also enjoyed the meme, but I am going with trusty frog tape. Oh my god, and you can't even see it because it's green. Oh, awesome.
Ooh. Wait,
Trusty frog tape.
I'm having deja vu because one day we talked about duct tape too, remember?
Did we?
Yeah. Anyways, whatever. Awesome scores, Chipotle receipt, some frog tape. But we want to know, do you disagree with our scores? Give us your score. Put it down in the comments section. It helps with the YouTube engagement. But anyways, Phil, it's time for
the Daily News, sponsored by
Crypto Cloaks.
All right, everybody. We know we made a lot of mistakes covering this, but this time it does look like Taproot is going to be locked in. Check this out. Barely any miners are not signaling, the vast majority, and we're going to get way more than the 90% that is required. So that's pretty awesome, Phil. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, that's it. Like, it's inevitable, right? This chart is green enough. We're
Dude,
there.
look at that. All the big mining pools, man.
Did we win?
Look at this. That's crazy, man. It looks like it. Remember the beginning?
I
It was
know.
just red. But anyways, check this out, Phil.
Yeah.
Check this out. Absolutely crazy. After El Salvador made this announcement, a bunch of different politicians all over Latin America started saying good things about Bitcoin and how they wanted to bring Bitcoin into their countries. But check this out, politician from Paraguay. As I was saying a long time ago, our country needs to advance hand in hand with the new generation. The moment has come, our moment. This week, we start with an important project to innovate Paraguay in front of the world, the real one, to the moon, Bitcoin, and shit, whatever. But anyways, that's pretty crazy. He has the laser eyes. And check this out. Now, another politician in Brazil. This is absolutely crazy. And to do the translation from Portuguese to English, grateful for the reminder that I was the first deputy to speak tax is theft in the Chamber of Deputies, right? So check this out. And he has laser eyes and Bitcoin in his profile, right? And he's talking about, what it is, right? So another politician, this time from Panama. And he says, this is important. So many. I'm just going to put the link to all these comments. Another Argentinian politician. There were so many to count. Ecuador, so many. The total it was a politician from Paraguay, Argentina, Panama, Brazil, El Salvador, and Nicaragua. All were signaling that they want to embrace Bitcoin. Colombia as well. Here's a visualization of what that looks like. That's almost all of South America. Right, that's absolutely crazy. Mexico, right? El Salvador, Panama, Colombia, Peru, Brazil, Argentina, Uruguay. Like, man, it's just so many. I don't think that's Uruguay, but you get the point. It's most
Place on map.
Uruguay's below. My bad, but yeah, man. I'll pop up the name of the country, but anyways, dude, absolutely crazy. I didn't think it was gonna come so fast, so quickly. But dude, to be fair, okay, They're just politicians signaling for that to happen. That doesn't mean it's going to happen. It looks like El Salvador is going to pass. It looks like that's going to go through. But in regards to the other countries, it just looks like a step in the right direction. But what I was thinking, Phil, is like, dude, as soon as it looks like Bitcoin is a fabulous idea in El Salvador, I have no doubt in my mind these countries are going to move so fast, so quickly to Bitcoin, right? Because just on the dollar, using the dollar as a reserve, it's just a complete, dude, it's just, they're losing. The moment that the United States decides to print money, they're just making the rest of the world cheaper as well. I mean, sorry, poorer as well, right? So countries don't benefit from that, but countries lose from the United States printing so much money. So if they could just switch to Bitcoin, Phil, I think it would be absolutely freaking huge, dude. And I feel like it's just going to happen all at once you start hearing, I suspect, good things from El Salvador. But anyways, what do you think, Phil?
Yeah. So you know what, on your point about, the money printing, right? Like, in the near term, it seems like a good idea, right? It always seems like a good idea. It has this immediate or somewhat immediate effect. Okay. But then the long-term effects, like right now, what we're going through is mistakes from years ago. Okay. And obviously, it's only getting worse because we're not fixing what we've done wrong. We haven't fixed what we've done wrong in any way. So look, you know what? I mean, to see these countries, like, look, to me, the way I see it, these are the countries that are looking at their own financial system. And sure, these politicians are definitely, to your point, signaling. But you know what? It opens a lot of eyes. And really, if these countries do decide to follow through with this, this is massive because, you know what? More countries are going to see that. And they're going to see that what we're going to have is that we are going to have countries, right, living off of the Bitcoin standard. And hey, like we're getting to put our money where our mouth is, and we're going to, we are going to get to see what deflationary currency actually looks like, a true deflationary currency.
Yeah, dude. And it's just kind of like some type of cosmic justice as well, Phil, because the countries that are adopting it first are some of the lowest, some of beautiful countries, bro, but economically, they're some of the most impoverished. So those are the countries that are going to be going into Bitcoin first, and therefore they're going to benefit from NGU technology faster, right? So, dude, it's absolutely crazy to see that, Phil. So yeah, man. But
it's the world of incentives, right? It's the world of incentives,
exactly.
And they are most incentivized, right? Like we in the West are really not that incentivized unless we are, the way we see it is we're taking risk, but that's not really the way you and I see it and many other Bitcoiners. The risk is not being in Bitcoin.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yes. So, but anyways, remember, Phil, yesterday we were talking about, dude, looks like Bitcoin's going to be attacked after this huge announcement from El Salvador and now all of these politicians. Well, check this out. This was just some of the initial FUD. There was so much. We'll try to get to it all. But anyways, a tweet from John Carvalho, Bitcoin Error Log. Check this out. El Salvador Bitcoin announcement is hitting Euro mass media, and the message is FUD. Of course, this is corporate media. They're bought and paid for. This is the BBC, one of the worst.
That they would incur normally sending money back to their relatives in El Salvador.
Yeah, I think remittances are a huge part of the motivation here, but it's important to remember that remittances only occur in the context of an international financial regulatory regime. And
they don't.
No reason to think that other countries are going to approve or support this kind of move.
They don't need to approve it.
What is that
shit? It seems to me that this is a young president who's trying to capitalize on sort of popular image, and there's a lot of PR value in announcing something like this. Even if you haven't actually worked out all the details, or even if it isn't the best way to achieve.
So just caca. He's just saying caca, right? Just all spin and whatever, as if, again, Bitcoin it operates out of that system. It's like, the beautiful thing about Bitcoin is that anybody could send a transaction in the Bitcoin network. It doesn't care where you're from, who you are, anything about you, right? As long as you have a Bitcoin wallet, you could send to and from the system, right? That's a beautiful part about Bitcoin. And he's just saying, that's all BS. It needs regulatory approval. That's a lie. But check this out. The FUD isn't over. Coincidentally, on the same day, right? And if I said that word wrong, that's my Miami accent. I apologize. But anyways, check this out. Donald Trump says Bitcoin seems like a scam and laments that it's competing with the US dollar. Now, what I find absolutely hilarious with this, Phil, check this out. Donald Trump says Bitcoin seems like a scam, and then he says it's competing with the US dollar.
So which is it?
I don't know. You tell me.
Are we trying to figure out? I mean, we already know Bitcoin is the lesser scam. We already know that. It's better money. So is it that it's competing with the US dollar to be a scam? I don't get it.
He kind of reveals his cards. He's like, yeah, it's a scam, but like it's competing with the dollar.
So which is it? Right?
I don't know, man.
Which is it? That's kind of, I mean, like, yeah, he's being ridiculous, right? And I mean, we kind of know the Trumpster for being over the top, but you're right, man. He totally revealed his cards.
Dude, totally. But look,
that other piece was hilarious. I mean, that guy said absolutely nothing.
No, I know.
Absolutely nothing, and they showed pictures of shitcoins and then a fake Bitcoin.
Yeah, right. Like the physical Bitcoin. He's like, yeah, here's the Bitcoin. Like, dude, like who are these people reporting to? People in their fucking 120 years old? Like, what the hell, man? But dude,
grab my pickaxe. We're gonna go mine some Bitcoin.
Right? But dude, look, it keeps going, right? And just keep in mind, guys, this news or FUD, right, came out all on the same day and just happened to come out a couple days or close to the days of the El Salvador announcement. Do you guys remember the Colonial Pipeline paid in ransomware hacker, whatever? They paid $5 million. Remember that? It happened a couple months ago. Well, it looks like the FBI was able to seize $2.3 million in Bitcoin to Colonial Pipeline, right? And a lot of press releases were released where, this one says U.S. authorities seized the affiliate's share of the dark side ransom paid by Colonial Pipeline. I guess dark side is the name of the hacker group. I don't know. But anyways, it's just saying like, look, oh my God, the FBI was able to seize people's Bitcoin, right? It's just absolutely crazy. But check this out. This kind of coincides what we were saying before, right? With this, when we played you this video, right? That what the mainstream narrative wants you to know, right? What the corporate media wants you to know. That I tweeted this out today, and there's just a bunch of screenshots from blue check marks, aka corporate media sellouts. Check this out. Clarification via Ken Dillon, NBC. While Bitcoin isn't stored on a server, the private keys to unlock the Bitcoin may have been in any event. And an FBI official just told reporters that it doesn't matter whether the Bitcoin wallet is, the FBI still can get access. So the FBI wants you to know, right, that it can get access to your Bitcoin, right? And check this out. Another blue checkmark corporate media sellout. The FBI apparently begged to differ. They can empty anybody's Bitcoin wallet.
Nope.
Check out the narrative. They can empty anybody's Bitcoin wallet. Right. And another blue check mark. News that the government has figured out how to snatch Bitcoin from the online wallets to cyber criminals surely reduces the use cases for Bitcoin even further. Check that out. Right. It's like the narrative. The narrative is Bitcoin isn't necessary. Bitcoin isn't necessary. These people are bought and paid for, and they just say what they're told, right? But check this out. This is Adam Back, clarifying, pro tip. They didn't and could not hack anything. They just asked a cloud service to give them control of a rented server, right? But if you actually look at what the corporate media sellouts want to tell you and what the actual FBI press release was, they want you to feel and they want you to know that they could access your Bitcoin.
So what did we say when we originally explained this story, right? One of the things that we said was that it was a fucking psyop, and it's not even true. And this is totally going full circle. I think that this is still complete and utter nonsense. I think, yeah, exactly, right? Thank you, Joe Rogers. Like, I mean, come on. This is such BS. It is. It's complete BS. And then all of a sudden you have all these giant accounts that don't know shit about Bitcoin spouting about how the FBI can get into anyone's wallet. No, they can't. Okay? They simply can't. It's just not happening.
But they want you to think that they
That's
can.
right.
right? And specifically,
perception is reality to people.
They want you to also think that it's no longer necessary because the FBI can access it, right? They just want you to give up.
Of course.
So, man, it's crazy. It's the rhetoric is just starting to get harder. And I feel like as Bitcoin's market cap continues to get higher and it continues to get closer to gold, these attacks are just going to come even more savagely and even more frequently. And it's just, bro, we got to comment. We got to meme them the fuck out of existence. We just got to fucking comment on all their bullshit, call out the truth, because, dude, it's just starting, Phil. This is going to get nuts, bro.
There was, you know what? I wish I could dig it up, but there was supposedly some piece of information indicating that the wallet, okay, supposedly these hackers, the wallet was on like a hosted, like a hosted machine, and that kind of lends a little more credibility to the idea that this is all just a stage psyop.
Yeah, and the hosted machine happened to be in the United States.
Yeah,
so it's like the hackers happen to keep,
but they're from Russia, remember?
They're from
the Russian hackers, but the servers in the States, and they were using something hosted. So these guys, for some reason, were smart enough to pull this off, but too dumb to have hardware wallets, and like too dumb to use VPNs, and they just couldn't figure it out, man. They couldn't figure it out,
dude. And remember, like, I felt bad. I was like, dude, like the stuff that we cover kind of sounds like a conspiracy, but look, not so much anymore, does it? Like, it's just starting to become so apparent that these people can't even hide it themselves, right? But it's just, man, wow, dude, I'm excited. It's gonna be crazy. But Phil,
I'm excited. Everyone's nuts.
This is wild. But dude, there was a website by Plebe. Why don't you show everybody?
Websites by Plebs or Plebs. All right. I'm gonna give a shout out to Cryptoverted. All right. Yeah, I stumbled into this tweet, and it was, because I'm all about these microcontrollers. I love junk like this. Okay, so not only do I like swag, but I love garbage like this, that you can do all these fun little projects and make all these little lightning terminals. Anyways, so he goes, guess what I'll be building next? Hint, it's listed here. So, of course, I had to click and go, and it looks like he's got this nice little website, which we're going to post the link in the show notes, and just talks about all different kinds of Bitcoin stuff, right? Like hardware wallets. And then after that, if you go through it, like he's just got a whole bunch of really great resources for Lightning, wallets, nodes, multi-sig solutions. It's really fantastic. Anyways, check it out. Super cool. Support the fellow plebs.
Yeah, man, looks freaking sick. Definitely gonna check it out. I love when people do that. They just they like build like an awesome resource for Bitcoin. But yeah, man, shout out to that pleb. But dude, or plebe, we don't know. It's plebe. We don't know. But anyways, guys, you know what to do. If you enjoyed the show, smash that like button. And of course, if you want to continue hearing the news from the Bitcoin pleb perspective and the catastrophic fiat and shitcoin fails, definitely consider subscribing. And we'll see you tomorrow for another episode of Simply Bitcoin.